The Gulf, one of the world's busiest waterways. Tankers ply up and down here, delivering food and resources to the millions who live along its shores. But of course, for the rest of the world, the Gulf is synonymous not with the cargo it brings in, but with the oil it ships out. The Gulf is surrounded by some of the world's biggest oil producers. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait and Iran are all located along its shores. The problem is, all those oil exports have to fit through here, the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's threat to close the strait could cripple oil exports and send prices soaring.
Any political happening or any war happen in the region definitely will become extremely worried about this Strait of Hormuz, because this is our way to the world, for our product, especially oil and refined products. Therefore, yes, we are extremely concerned. You are talking about not less than 20 million barrels will be stopped to supply the whole world. 40% of the world supply will be cut.
And so, given the impact any closure could have, some experts have questioned why the strait is so vulnerable. This oil expert says supplies could quite easily be cut off overnight.
The allowed passage for the ships is 6 miles. 2 miles for ships entering the Gulf, 2 miles for ships coming out from the Gulf. Between those 2 miles as a buffer zone, so we're talking about 6 miles. Now, bumping it and to get it to be grounded, it's enough to block the strait and not letting any ships, or to slow down, or to almost about 80% slowing down the cargo going in or the cargo going out.
And it's that economic impact that's concerning the authorities here in Kuwait. Tankers continue to ply the waters of the Gulf for now, but the government here is drawing up emergency plans in preparation for any blockage of trade through the Strait of Hormuz. Those plans include the creation of oil reserves in overseas locations like China, Vietnam and South Korea. But of course, establishing those facilities takes time, and if there's any immediate escalation in tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, we could see it cripple Kuwait's economy, and with it, the world's oil markets. And Kuwait knows from bitter experience what a blockade can do. The tanker war in the late 80s meant ships needed military escorts, something one former oil boss remembers well.
We had similar experience when the Iraq and Iran was on war. Our ships started to be attacked, and some ship owners refused to enter into the Gulf because of the uncertainty of the safety of their crew. So we started what we call it ship-to-ship operation, where we fill up our own ship, take it all the way to outside the Gulf, meet with the other ships and deliver. But this is not a solution. Any company or any entity have to have some sort of security to minimize the impact. If, God forbid, happens something, at least they have something outside to keep going and to continue until the situation normalizes and come back again.
But it seems the situation is far from normal. This military exercise in the Strait earlier this year caused a war of words over a confrontation between Iranian and US Navy ships. And so in the meantime, Kuwait is continuing to draw up plans for what it calls the worst-case scenario. But for the world's already nervous oil markets, those plans could prove to be little consolation. Ben Thompson, BBC News, Kuwait.